am I like, what?
So harsh.
Because there are those people don't listen.
I mean,
That is okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's not gonna make people listen.
Right.
More. I don't think.
Are you sure?
Yeah, unless you get you know if you backhand them, maybe
If I what?
backhand them, maybe.
Backhand them.
Yeah,
why does it have to go?
it has to come with a backhand.
You see, what would you rather have? Me yell at you or get hit in the face?
I mean,
I'm just saying. I don't think either are.
preferably none,
I'm just saying it's not
My
effective
question-
unless you have the backhand.
My question is, why does it have to get to a backhand? Like,
Okay.
I don't
Think
know.
of it like
Depends
this.
on that. Yes.
Think of it like this. You get a new puppy. If you yell at it,
Hit the
that's,
puppy.
If-
that's
if
a
you yell at
way
it,
bad start.
if you yell at it and it doesn't listen to you, that's more likely, right? Than with the backhand.
That's a
With
way
the
bad start.
backhand.
More
So
people
you-
are more likely to listen to you with that.
You would hit a puppy.
No, I'm not. Yell
This
at
is a bad start.
Oh, okay. So this is episode 14 of Los Mariachi Sagas.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure. After I said episode 12 at the end, right? Yeah. That was Matt's fault. I told Matt at the beginning. I said, just keep track of the numbers. He's like, I got you.
I didn't hear you.
That's it.
Damn.
That's the
What?
issue.
What did you say?
I said that's always an issue. Before we started recording, Matt's like, I'm here. I'm taking a test, and Matt heard a knock on my door. And I was like, dude, what are you doing here? He's like, oh, it's recording.
So what do you mean? 8:30, right?
It was 8:20.
Was it?
Yeah, you got
Hey,
here
if
early.
you're not early, if you're early, you're on time. If you're on time, you're late.
Shoot. But we're we're here now recording at my place with a brand new setup. This video is sponsored actually
Really?
by my mom.
Cool. What does she do?
She bought that.
Oh, okay, cool. Dang.
No, yeah. So we got some new equipment, and so this new equipment really helps me out with a lot of stuff. The music is recorded straight into the podcast, and it just helps with editing and sound. So the sound's gonna be a lot clearer than before. And I can hear that background noise or Matt slurping his drink. He's slurping right now. You can't even hear it. You know how cool that is.
That's awesome.
And who's that? Now, so we got Luis Guerrero. Oh, no, Luis Silva.
Right, dude.
No,
We didn't
Luis-
even-
Whoa.
We didn't even
Sanchez.
introduce him. He's talking. Where'd that come from?
Luis Leal.
Dang.
We finally got Luis here to give a chance to defend himself
Yeah.
from all the stuff we talk about him.
Yeah, there's no more Louis segment. It's a Louis episode now.
The whole episode is a Louis segment.
Jefe.
He did.
And when we asked Adolf to do impression of Louis, I was the first one to go.
He did
You
it
see? Damn, that's good.
live. We got it live right there.
Yeah.
We had a good turnout with Adolf Ortiz.
Yeah, it was fun.
We had it was a good conversation with Adolf.
Mm.
What did we do? That was a Thursday,
Mhm.
right? And Friday I had no gigs.
Mm.
Just stayed home.
I had to beg for some.
Oh yeah, Matt was whoring around. As soon as Adolf was saying, that on that episode that Matt's like, oh, well, you're always going playing with these other gigs, playing with Clásico and Compadres, and then Matt goes plays with another group the next day.
Well, I had to, dude. Because we only had 2 hours on Saturday. That's the whole week. 2 hours the whole week.
All you guys had was 2 hours Saturday.
Yeah. So
Gotta make your money.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just,
You're
have
surviving,
bills to pay.
surviving, and we had
Giant team.
7.5. Dude.
Yeah. See, I would have loved that, but
Yeah, but we started at 1 p.m. It was a mass, and we finished at 1 a.m. And they were all back to back.
yeah.
There was no breaks, but also because some gigs are like 50 minutes away.
Mhm.
So we were actually late. And we were actually going to go back to one of the gigs that they wanted us, and we're gonna be there by like 1 a.m. or so. But they called the cops like before we got there, so the party was done, dead.
Good night.
So we only finished at 7.5 only.
Only.
Dude,
Only.
I remember those days with the compadres, and it was even harder when we would take the sound system,
Oh,
the whole
man.
thing.
That's
Like, those days were long.
taking it up and down. Remember, Jarek lost a mic.
He did?
He lost a wireless mic one time.
Oh, that's
Buy
right,
new
dude.
one. It was
Yeah.
like $200.
Did he charge him? Did he charge him for it?
Yeah, I don't know if he like charged him the full amount, but
In payments, probably.
yeah, that was funny.
That was funny.
Okay, Luis, what did you? Did you play with Relampago? Nobody else? Or you played Sunday, right?
Friday I did not gig. I was visiting my friends from the Fort Worth, Dallas area. So Saul, Angel, Fidel.
You were
Rey.
over there, or they're here?
No, I was over there. I went to go see them at their planta. Mariachi Allende, Burritos Locos. It was fun. It was cool. You know, it's the first planta that they tell you it's BYOB. You know, they don't serve any alcohol, just food. So I was like, wow, you know, that's crazy.
I love that.
So you see all you see people, you know, filled
Hey.
with ice chests and stuff. You know?
Bring
That's
nice
cool,
chest
man.
with them.
Bring an ice chest. You
That's
know?
cool because it makes you
Yeah.
feel like you're at your place, you know? Like,
It's pretty
Yeah.
cool, you know. And then like
It's cheaper.
and
Yeah.
an old guy sat next to me. He had his huge bottle of wine, you know, and his little cup, like it was like a shot glass cup.
yeah.
He bought me a taco. Such a nice old man. And then
Hey.
Saturday I came back, you know, to play the 2 hours with Relampago since Master Adolf was out for
Yeah.
out of
He
action.
didn't play.
And that was rough for me, man.
Uh,
Because Adolf wasn't there. Like,
But no, so that was Saturday. You know what? I'm gonna get right into the story because I want to tell the story. So I had an eventful Saturday. The first was a mass. So we took a couple guys to help us out this past weekend. Like I said, we've been short with people in compadres, and the tallest person is Asael. So it's a bad joke. I cut it out. I cut
Shit,
it out.
dude, we're all-
I'll cut it out.
we're all.
Stay quiet.
I wasn't sure we were joking. So I was like, I don't want to laugh, and then
I was like, wait, what? Shit.
Oh, funny. No, we had a mass at 1 p.m. The mass went okay. These guys are still laughing.
Okay.
And we the mass went okay, but since we had like people help us out, they don't know at least the way we do the mass, or maybe they just didn't know the mass in general. But I mean, it went well. It was a wedding mass. From there, we went to. It was a strange weekend for us because we had 2 45-minute gigs, which we had never done in my history of playing with that group.
That's weird.
Yeah, but it was honestly because we were trying to fit in everybody as much as possible. Like I said, we have 7.5 hours, and these people wanted like an hour or two, but later in the day, and we're like, no, we can't. So we went like for 45 minutes at 2:30, which is weird. But we had that before. You weren't in the group yet, Matt, but there was one time where this people had a quinceañera, and they wanted us specifically to play there so badly that they still had the quinceañera, the whole thing on the Saturday, but they had like a party on Thursday night so we could play because we were busy Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I don't know. I guess I said it really shakes it.
Yeah.
They like it.
Yeah. Dude, that's funny when we do Felicidades and he starts doing when they talk about the hips
what
part.
these new guys that came to help us out, we're just dying laughing is when we did a través del vaso, and he says tengo mucha prisa.
Oh, when he does a little gallop. Yeah.
And he starts skipping
Yeah.
in the song. But no, we had the 45-minute gig, then an hour gig, then another 45-minute gig, and it was basically like that. And then the last two were supposed to be an hour and a half each, but we were also late, so it was just 1 hour, and then the last one was 1.5, but turned into 2. So it all equaled out at the end. And like I said, we had these new guys. Well, not everybody knew, but some guys come help us out. Right. So I am gonna change people's names because, just because So it's called these two guys, Jeff and Mark.
Robert. Oh, okay.
I was thinking Rodrigo. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Nah, it is Jeff and Mark. So Jeff and Mark came to play with us, and so I was pretty much I got along with Jeff. Jeff was cool. We were good. That was the first time playing with Jeff, and Mark. Mark is an interesting guy, but he's also people. He gets along with people, but he's also a person that people don't get along with easily. It just kind of depends, on people in general. One is it was 7.5 hours. When you play 7.5 hours with the same people, you realize it's just you either have a really good time because y'all get along, or you just start hating each other because I don't know, someone pisses you off and it just ruins the whole night. So, everything was good. We finished the last 2 hours and everything, and we were already like gonna leave. I was in my car. Jeff was with me in my car. So I actually got out of my car because I needed to talk to Asael, but Asael was taking a piss, but like in front of the house, which isn't like bad like what Jarek did last time because one, there were no cameras, but I don't know, it was still pretty bad. It was stupid, but Asael was kind of drunk. So I was trying to talk to him, and he was just kind of just spinning his head back. He was like, "¿Qué? ¿Qué quieres?
¿Qué quieres, güey?"
And so I was trying to talk to him, and then so Jeff is saying, bye to the other guys, and so he passes Mark, who Mark was in the car with Asael, and so Jeff says something to Mark that I didn't hear. I didn't know what happened. And then I just see Jeff go to my car because we're leaving. And then I see Mark get out of the car, like pissed, just angry, and goes up to Jeff and says, "Hey man, do you have a problem with me?" And then this guy, Jeff is like, "No." I mean, he was like, "No, I mean, we're cool. I mean," he's like, "I don't have anything. I'm not mad at you or nothing." And Mark's like, "I feel like you have a problem with me. Like if I did something or something or like what is it?" And Jeff is like, "Dude, I don't have any problems with you. We just, it is in mariachi. You kind of just, tease each other." Which I mean, that happens a lot. I mean, this beginning of this podcast is basically that.
Yes.
But it also, the thing is, this is the first time Jeff and Mark have ever met each other. And what Jeff said was honestly kind of messed up. I didn't hear what it was. I didn't know what it was until the next day, actually, because I talked to Asael the next day, and he told me what he said. And I was like, "Oh, that's why Mark got out and all pissed."
Yeah.
It was pretty much. She basically called him like, he's like, "I'll see you later, asshole," something like that. But like just really bad, like in Spanish.
Yeah.
And so Mark gets out and is like all pissed off. So I'm like, "Well, why you telling me that?" And and so this guy Mark goes like, or Jeff tells him, we're cool. I don't have any problems with you. It was just messing around, just teasing. And so Mark goes, he sticks his hand out like that, like a fist, and tells him like, "Well, he's like, all right, we're cool." And then so he was trying to do like a fist bump, and Jeff like didn't want to. Also, Jeff had a cigarette in his hand, but I mean he had his other hand, but he just like he didn't want to, and Jeff kind of did a half-ass fist bump, and just kind of was like, all right, yeah, cool, whatever. So Mark just turns and he's like, all right, whatever. He gets in the car and he just slams that door super hard, which I found fun because that wasn't his car. That was Asael's car.
I could imagine Asael like, Hey, wait.
Yeah.
You know, normally he would have, but Azrael was so drunk that
He slammed his door.
no, afterwards
The car had no doors.
because both of us had kind of, we just stopped talking and we're staring at what was going on because they were like, they were gonna go at each other.
Yeah.
They were about to fight or throw hands.
Yeah.
And so after, Mark gets in the car, Azrael just goes, "Hey, I love all of you," but in English.
Yeah.
And he's like, "I don't know what I just said, but bye." So that was the ending to the that was Saturday.
Damn, dude.
Yeah,
That's
these guys
interesting.
were about
I
to
probably
fight.
would have instigated it more.
Yeah, and then I told Jeff on the way back to my place. I said, man, if Matt was in your spot, Matt would have just fucking just punched him right in the face.
Yeah.
I would have hesitated, especially if like Mark went right up to your face and was like, "Hey, you got a problem with me or what?"
I'm gonna pull him by his hair. Sounds gay. No, I don't know. I mean, I think like in those situations, because I'm gonna say right now, I know like who you're talking about.
Yeah.
And I just know how Mark, right?
Uh-huh.
I know how he is. So for me, it's kind of like, just brush off the shoulder, like
Yeah.
I just know how he is, but so I don't let he's like I guess like a fly maybe at times.
Well, it's because I also told the time where you got pissed at him about this is like a year ago when we were taking summer classes. And remember, it was a Sunday. We had like 6 hours that day. But we finished at midnight, and we both had a test the next day.
Oh,
and they wanted more hours.
Oh,
but you're like, no, I want to go home.
Yeah, like because I got a test.
Yeah, and Mark was like, just being stupid because he's like, he doesn't have anything to do. And then so you got pissed. You got pissed at Mark that time.
Well, yeah, that one time. But it's good. Like everybody was, on me. Like, come on, let's play more. Let's play more. I'm like, dude, we've been here for 3 hours.
Yeah, that was
how much more money do you want? We've had like 8 hours today.
Out in the ranch.
Yeah. And it was already like 1 or 2 in the morning, probably.
Yeah, and then we still had to drive like an hour back to Jeannie's place, and then like another hour back to Kyle.
Yeah, and those guys are drunk, so they don't give a fuck. Like they don't care,
Yeah.
So I was actually having a conversation about it today because I was saying with my girlfriend, because I don't know how much longer I'm going to be doing this, and if I were to be doing it, I would do it the way Adolf is doing it. He was describing it. He would have to have people in his group that have other lives, like that don't focus on that, just that, So if I were to keep doing it when I'm older than what I am now, I would do it where I'm around people like that. So that way, like if I have stuff going on the next day and it's on a Sunday, like I can go home at a decent time and so I can wake up early.
So more like having a limit. How many?
Yeah, just limiting it.
Yeah, that's probably something I would do too.
Yeah, when I start working at Tesla, I'm not gonna. Nah, I mean that's actually possible.
Yeah, right. Hook it up, bro.
The people that don't know, Tesla is opening up their plant in Austin. Actually, like 20 minutes from where I live right now.
Wait, is that what they're building there? Right?
It's right over now? By Circuit of the Americas.
Yeah, is that what that is, dude? I passed by there and they cleared all this land up, dude. Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah, Tesla's
that's crazy.
It's pretty close to here.
Yeah, it is close to here.
So you see him showing up with a Tesla to the compadre gigs.
Yeah, they.
At that point, I'll be like, don't pay me.
Right? No, dude, you can go to gigs and practice on the way over there. Because it's gonna be a self-driving car.
No.
Can you imagine that autopilot on the dirt roads?
Yeah.
But no, let me say one more story. So Sunday, I played also with compadres, which actually different people. Some of them were the same. Actually, yeah. Mark didn't go. So we played. I played Sunday 4 hours, and man, we were kind of desperate though for a player. We ended up finding one a couple hours before the gig started because we had a lot of work. But the point of this is it's really annoying when you invite somebody and then they go in and they try to tell you how to play like the song or like what tempo or chords and all this stuff, when you invite them to like come and help you out, it's just like it's just really rude, like, and kind of like arrogant, just because like that's the way you do it in your group, or that's the way you were taught, or you think it's right. It doesn't
totally
matter.
agree with that, because you gotta respect, whatever you're doing in your groups,
Yeah, and so this one guy came help us out. I'm not even gonna make up my name for him. I'm just gonna call him this one guy. We're playing, and so both of you guys have played with compadres. I mean, you were in compadres. We play stuff fast, like everything fast.
Yeah,
and so there's a couple reasons for it. First, the kind of clients we have will get mad if we take too long, like even playing, because they want to hear like as much songs as possible.
Yeah.
So we can't slow down, and some groups play slow because they don't have enough rep to play for the entire hour or 2 hours, whatever. But we do. So we just play a song, or like, let's get it quick. All right, next one. And also, when you play songs slow, I don't know if you ever noticed, the gig takes forever. If you're playing a song like slow or at a tempo, when you're playing like fast and a bunch of songs, the time just feels faster. Like the gig just goes by faster. So we're playing, and I mean, I was on Vihuela. So I mean, I take it the tempo we always do, or sometimes I push it just because I also go based off the judge the clients want, and also like I said, his tempo and stuff. So we're playing Hermoso Cariño, and usually I sing it, and that was already like the third hour, and I had sung it the times before, but then this one guy who had already been playing with us, he just decides to sing it, like he just starts singing before I do, and I was like, all right, cool. Whatever, fine. Yeah. But halfway through, he turns to me and does like this motion with his hands, like kind of like lowering his hands, as telling me to slow down. And I kind of look at him and I'm like, no. So I just keep playing. And then we do another song, Mujeres Divinas. And so right before we start, he turns and says, let's take it slow. And I just ignore him. And I'm just like, dude, you don't do that. You don't go into a group that's not yours. You're not a part of this group. You're invited to come help us out, and you just try to tell us how to play. Me especially, how to play, what tempo and what stuff you want to, even though you're not even singing the song. So I just find that really really rude. And I've dealt with a lot of people that have done that.
Oh, he didn't sing Mujeres Divinas?
No, he didn't even sing Mujeres Divinas.
But he sang Hermoso Cariño?
Yeah.
Oh. Dang, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I feel like when they're telling you that and they're not singing it, then yeah. I mean, me personally, like, or I don't know how you guys feel about it, but like if you're singing the song and you like a certain tempo, then like would it be more respectable if like you tell them beforehand, like, hey, I like it that this tempo, or like maybe during the song be like, hey, you can bump it up a bit, or I like it slower?
It's
like
cool,
when you're singing it.
If you tell us beforehand, it's cool. But the thing is, if you're the only person there and the entire group already plays a certain way, you're not gonna tell the entire group, "Hey, play for me."
And
like how I want
there's
it.
certain ways to say, and that guy, I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
That guy, tends to not have good communication skills, so it rubs
That's
off.
true.
It rubs off a lot the
Yeah.
wrong way. But yeah, like me personally, I feel like si se puede, if you can, ask the ensemble to be like, hey, like I kind of like it a little bit on the slow side. I kind of like it a little bit on the fast side.
Yeah.
But if they can't do it, I'll just adjust, because I'm invited to their group, I can't control that,
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I've never really had a problem with it. I mean, I'm down for whatever, bro. I'm game.
Living like Larry.
Yeah.
You like to live life on the edge, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that.
Mean, this guy drives an El Camino. You know how many times?
I mean, yeah, but
took
it's
that
just
to a gig and it almost broke down.
not even, dude. Not even. It's still running strong. It's not. I don't got anything big in it. Got a 231 Buick V6. That's about it. No turbo, no nothing.
Yeah, Matt took the seats out of his car. He sits on a bucket.
Yeah, what do you mean?
That make it go
Nah,
faster.
but
Because that car can only go 40 miles an hour.
It flies.
How many goes about that plus 10? No, I'm not gonna lie. It red lines at about 90 miles. Starts redlining
Muscle.
95. Nah, I can fly. It just takes a while to get up there. Yeah,
After
0 to 60 in 1 minute and 30 seconds. Down.
downhill.
Yeah,
Now,
down.
Luis, have you listened to all of our episodes? Be honest.
To be honest, probably like I haven't listened to like 2 episodes, if I'm correct.
I think he's one of the few that actually listen. Because like some people are like, damn, I'm still on episode 3, bro. Like,
So yeah, I've been up to date with most episodes. I just don't listen to some of them.
Is
Not
there
because I don't want to listen to them. It's just I lose track and I sometimes skip it, and I'm like, oh,
you can go back? I make it pretty I make it pretty clear. You know, I number the episode. How much? What more do you want, Luis? You know, I'm gonna change the titles to
No.
Luis. This one is episode. Like that's gonna be the name of the
Chinga.
podcast.
it's episode 14. You were about to say 13 again.
I was gonna say random numbers, but what?
Nah, we move fast, dude. I know that.
Yeah, you guys are quick.
Is there anything in the previous episodes you want to clear up, Luis? Anything that we got wrong?
No, I mean,
No, you drink. You,
obviously, you know, most chatos drinks. You know, well, you're the only
I'm the
one of the few rare breeds
the
that
anomaly.
don't drink
Yeah.
Yeah.
straight edge. No, I mean, as far as the last episode, well, hello Adolf.
How's your chance to get back at Adolf?
First of all, I don't speak like that, Adolf.
That's the Adolf.
That's Adolf.
Luis.
No, I mean, as far
And you're
as
back at him. Back in.
no, he had a lot of good points as far as the history of Relampago. He's told me about it a couple of times. It's quite astonishing and crazy. You know, it's very complicated. You know, because there's been a lot of people that went through the group. I'm relatively new. Like I'm barely gonna complete my 3rd year with them this coming Virgen, because that's how I got to meet all of them. Well, not all of them actually. It was just a 4-piece gig that I got invited to for La Virgen weekend, and Ada was like, "Who are you?" I'm like, "I'm Luis," because I used to gig in San Antonio before this. I used to gig with a group named Espuela de Plata with Tiki, Vince.
They don't exist anymore.
They don't. They don't anymore. They parted ways and did their own thing, you know. And then out of nowhere, well, I was without a group, and obviously, you know, bills don't go anywhere. So I was like, man, like I need work, and bills were like due like soon. I was like, oh man.
You were freelancing?
Well, somewhat. I mean, I didn't know anyone in the area because, like, when I first moved from Laredo, that was the only group I went, and I didn't know what freelancing meant, you know, at the time. Because in Laredo, it's like you're with a group, and you know, loyalty to the flag, you know.
Well, I mean, I guess also all the groups know each other in Laredo. How many groups is there really? I would assume maybe 20 at most.
There's a lot of groups, but big groups, you know, that have, I guess, the most work. Mariachi Los Arrieros de Laredo, Mariachi Los Alazanes. There's also other groups like Mariachi America.
Siete.
Well, that's in the valley.
Is it in the valley? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What? Siete Leguas?
Yeah, Siete
No,
Yeah,
Leguas.
that's in the valley.
That's off. 956, man, Laredo and the valley.
No, I'm not. I don't know.
It's not
I don't
the same
know
thing.
over
It's
there,
not the
dude.
same thing.
I've
Nah,
only
it's
been
not
to
the same.
Laredo for
Nah,
like
it's-
half a day.
It's
I
not
know.
the same.
It's not the same thing. We're all respectfully different.
You know, I
God
should
damn,
should
bro.
do this podcast with another 956 instead of a 512. Because what I noticed, the 512s, they don't know. Man.
I know, man. I mean,
Hey, I just work here, bro.
your weekly review's not.
My job is.
It's not gonna be nice, man.
Shut up.
But yeah, you know, so over there, you know, freelancing, you know, Laredo groups took it too hard. Like, oh, like you're leaving us, you know, you're going to work with another person, you're leaving us. And, you know, I guess for me, I guess once I joined, you know, Mariachi Los Arrieros, I was like, yeah, like, this is it for me. You know, I'm not going to go anywhere on anywhere, to help groups, because I didn't know what freelancing was at the time. Yeah, I would, help my friends because they were my friends. That's the ones who I started with. I started taloning, I was just taloning in restaurants, being happy with, $50 and then spending $30 and going home with 20.
You know what? I don't remember exactly when we met. Do you remember?
It's weird. I think,
Was it through Noel?
It was through Noel, and I think you were in Amor at the time.
Yeah, it was in Noel. I
I
remember the first couple times you played with us. That was you, Carlos, and Saul would help us out sometimes, or just you and Saul.
That's when I met. Well, that's actually when I met Saul again, too. But it was a gig. I did a couple of gigs with you, and it was Noel. I think Veronica was still in the group. Yourself, Steve.
Just El Butch.
El Butch.
Butch is a nickname we gave Steve, which is actually not nice. Steve don't like that nickname. I gave it to him.
I didn't give that nickname, just for the record, but
I did. You know where Butch came from? I told you guys, right?
Where he came from? Like
no, that name, Butch.
Does
I
it?
came up with the name.
How'd you come up?
There's something. Well, I mean, it's a San Antonio term, kind of. It's derived. Carnicero.
Oh yeah, you told me.
Yeah, that's what it is. So carnicero is a butcher in Spanish, and you call someone carnicero because they're butchering the songs. They're messing up the songs, or they're just cutting them. They're just making them sound bad. So I started calling Steve Butch, short for the butcher, because Steve likes to do his own thing on that bass. So he didn't like that though.
And he was the first one, like, because he doesn't play the guitarron like
Orthodox.
yeah. So I was like, is he holding it wrong or like?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've never seen that
I
either.
was like, that's crazy.
Yeah, Steve plays left-handed.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Just strange. I mean, both Luis and I are left-handed, but we play right-handed.
yeah. So when I met him, I was like, okay, like, well, he looked serious as always. So I was like, well, I guess I'm not gonna mess with him.
I don't have a smile on my face.
No, man. Sadly.
I was working on the smile at that time.
So I saw Steve and I was like, oh man, like, is he really gonna play like that? Like, is he joking or is this like a gimmick or something? Like,
He's innovative.
So we started the gig. I was like, oh, I guess
It's for real.
It's a real thing. I was so concerned for like the first 20 minutes.
Nay.
Like I was like, oh.
Nay.
But yeah, I met you through Amor, and then after that, our time in John Lopez's MNG. And
Did we ever do MNG together, or was it just Albuquerque?
we just did Albuquerque.
Us together, right?
Yeah, us together.
Because John didn't want me. Pues, yeah,
Yeah.
so I'm too good, anyways.
Qué triste.
But no, we started playing more. I guess taloning is where we started playing. Yeah, because we started talon, just you, me, and Matt, or you, me, Ivan,
Noel as well.
or Noel.
Yeah, that's when Talon started. I guess because like Noel would be telling me like, yeah, like because Talon is very like popular with it. Like us younger generation groups that don't have plantas or anything like that. That's what all we could do is go Talon to the wide variety of restaurants they have there. Because in Laredo, that's all we do. We eat, eat.
You eat. Man, you were a thin guy when you got here, man.
Yeah, man, it happened. It caught up to me.
Is it because Relampago? You started finally being able to eat and
Damn.
get money. Get
He
paid?
was living the good life.
I was living the.
Instead of starving and scratching over in San Antonio.
No, man. I mean, it's just, I guess, eating.
How about the drinking? Is that the part of it?
I mean, partially, of course. Like, since I guess I didn't focus on working out too much.
Or like at all?
No, I have I run. I kind of run.
You run like Matt. Matt started running.
Yep.
Are you still running, or are you just?
Why are you running?
Oh, it's been. That's funny. No, I've been trying to run more because I'm training for one, and I noticed every when I would go train with Alex, Dude, I couldn't last an hour, bro. Like my training sessions fucking sucked because my conditioning. Before that, I didn't run. I haven't ran for like 2 years, so I'm like dying over here, like can't even fucking breathe and shit. About to throw up, and Alex is like, "You good, bro? You good?" And he looks at me. He's like, "You know what? Let me see." And he takes my gloves off and yanks them off. He's like, "Go to bed." No, he's just like, just go drink some water, man. But I'm like, fuck, dude, my conditioning sucks. So I talked to Alexis, and I'm like, damn, dude, I can't seem to last in these training sessions, man. So he's like, well, if you just
Mike's not gonna pick it up.
Not to me.
People.
Yeah, really.
Yes. She doesn't say that to you, man.
Stop it. Stop it right now.
Snip.
Nah, man. Anyways, no, so he was like, yeah, just run, try this or whatever. So I started doing it. It's hard, man. But I got a treadmill at home. Started running.
But do you remember when the first time you guys met?
I do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who was drunk first?
That's confidential, bro.
I think you were there actually. Maybe not.
I was there.
I think so. It was at Joe Frank's birthday party.
Oh.
Is when I met Luis. Yeah. Well, actually, no. The first time I met him was it might have been that week. Earlier that week, these guys were in town and they were auditioning for him. And when I say these guys, it was Luis and Carlos. Did you guys bring anybody else or no?
No, it was just us.
It was just you two.
Us two.
And M&G, we go meet them, but it's because they were auditioning for M&G. They were coming to Texas State, and that's when I met them. But then I guess later that week, Joe Frank had his party, or was it maybe the next week after that?
It was some sort of gathering he had, and how we met. We met through that rehearsal. What were you guys playing?
Yeah, just, I don't know, probably charreada, laureles or something like that.
I think it was a jarocho thing.
You went to the class?
Yeah.
Yeah, they went to the class to do the audition.
Then this has to be the spring of 2017?
I think so, yeah. I believe so.
When you got here?
Yeah, because...
you started in the fall of 2017?
Yeah, I started in the fall. Yeah, because you were playing that jarocho popurrí from Los Camperos. I'm not sure it was 1 or 2. I think it was 1.
That's right, yeah. Oh.
And yeah, they're like, yeah, sit down and here's the music. Play with us. I'm like, these guys.
Yeah. So they played along with us during the class, played all the music, and that was basically the audition. And then, I mean, when that happens, the group will go and meet whoever goes to audition, and it's just real quick, how you doing, and then you go on with the rest of your day. But I think was it the week after that Joe Frank had his party?
Yeah, he had something, and then obviously there's people,
Yeah, dude, that party was nuts.
You had to drink. It's not like you had a choice.
So like, obviously,
but did you have to pee in the sink though?
Holy crap! That's a different level.
Dang.
That's a whole nother story.
I remember who was, I think it might have been Noel that maybe introduced me to you, and you were like, and then Carlos is like, what's up? And then he goes off and starts dancing, but
you want to imitate Luis and Carlos, that's what you do.
Yeah, and then we were drinking, having a good time, and this guy's like, hey, have another one. And we're like, oh, where are you from, whatever, and then, cool, and then we start dancing more, and he does that thing where he's like, vuelta, he puts his finger on their head, and you start...
He started spinning you?
Yeah, dude, it started spinning me, bro. He's like, yeah, and I'm like,
And then I thought he,
was gay.
I used to be, not anymore. No, I'm just kidding.
I thought he, understood, Spanish.
Oh, yeah.
Dale, güey, dale. What is going on?
For those of you who didn't know me and do speak Spanish, they start talking Spanish to me because I'm in mariachi or whatever. They start, because Noel was the same thing. Yeah. But dude, I kid you not. He knew I didn't. He didn't think that I didn't speak Spanish for the longest time. I mean, 2 months, dude. 2 or 3 months. I remember he was always talking Spanish to me. And I'm just like, yeah. I would do that. I wanted to see how long it would carry on, dude.
Funny. when I first saw you, I was like, this guy does not speak Spanish.
You knew it.
I
You
was
saw it in
like,
my
this is
eyes.
what- I thought you were white, so no. I was like, yeah, this guy don't speak Spanish.
No, I was like, no, I think he does. I was like,
Well, it's because you didn't meet him how I met him,
oh, that's true.
in a
too.
button up with tight jeans and cowboy boots.
Now it's all shorts. Never
Is that
wears
a-
pants.
I wear pants, dude, when it gets cold. It's just all this leg hair, you know. I'm always warm.
That's a lie, Steven.
It's a lie, Steven.
Yeah, so I met him there, and then, well, the following semester, that's when I was supposed to join the ensemble. I didn't sign up for it because, well, first I was moving, from away from home, and I was like, well, I gotta pay bills, so I don't know how I'm gonna do that while being involved in M&G. So I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna join this semester. I'm gonna get a feel for how it's gonna be, the gigging life there, because in Laredo also we don't do hours, we do serenatas because of how small the area is. You just boom 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 boom, just do your 5 songs and out. So here we were like, oh yeah, we're gonna do an hour gig. I was like, what?
Yeah.
And then plantas too. Plantas over there just half an hour.
Let me tell you about just real quick. Tell you about the time that I met you the second time, which was when we went to Talon. So Noel texted me. He's like, "Hey, bro, you want a Talon?" And I texted him back, "What the fuck is that?" Because I had no idea. I'd never done that before. And it was a Monday or something, or Tuesday. I said, "What do you mean? It's early in the week. Like, I can't. It's a school night."
What's Talon?
What
I know
is-
Talons are those things that go on your...
Yeah, dude. No, like, I pronounced it right because he had the accent on the O and everything. But I was like,
Fancy.
"What the fuck is that?" And he's like, "LOL. It's when we go play for tips, whatever." I'm like, "Sure, whatever." And I got there, and I'm like, "Oh, so who's coming or whatever?" And Noel was like, "Oh, it's me, you, and Luis." And obviously, I knew who Luis was. I had already met him, and I knew he played violin. That's all I knew. And so we show up, and first of all, when he sent that text, I was like, "Oh, okay. Like, I don't know who's gonna play bass, but whatever, fuck it." And so I walk in, and then Noel and Luis both walk in, and Luis is holding a bass. He just walks in like with the bass, and I'm like, "Oh shit, he's about to pull the bass out. Cool, man." But I never knew like how well he knew it, So he started playing it. We did La Negra, and he's singing and playing it too. I'm like, oh, this guy's good, man. That's cool. I admire that though, man. He's a freaking violin player and plays everything.
It was crazy, because the way I got to, I guess, get exposed to that, it was like back in Laredo when, because we had a talon group as well. We would just go talon and stuff, and our guitarron player, well, for personal reasons, couldn't be with us anymore. And I was like, man, like, so there's very limited people there, like I said, like, people wouldn't come just to play with you because they're afraid of, like, oh my god, they're gonna catch me playing with another group. And well, I was like, well, I'll pick it up, but I don't even know how to start and where to start, cascabel. No, I'm kidding. Typical kid. And I just, started learning, on my own at first, asking, people, how do you do this? How do you do that? It really went off, once I got here in the area, once, Vince was teaching me, Vince Licks, how he calls it, and then once I got with Adolf, that's where it all, I started learning, the foundations of what to play, and what goes where, and Eli too, Eli taught me a lot of stuff too as well. And yeah, so and funny thing is I was scared, when I got, that semester in M&G when I got moved to Guitarron. I was
yeah, you also played Guitarron in M&G.
I was afraid of that because I was like, man, like, I know how Harmonia people are. We're like, look at this clown, violin player attempting
We love seeing trumpet violin players attempt to play armonia because they always give us. They're always like, "Oh, you're playing it wrong," or you know how many times I heard a trumpet player come up to me during a gig, usually older guys from Mexico. They're like, you play very well, but you move your arm a little less, your wrist like this.
Yeah, and there is a lot. I've experienced that,
Yeah.
too, and but they don't know. Like some people come up to me like they don't know I'm a violin player, and they
Yeah,
come
yeah.
up to like yeah, man, like I'm a violin player too. You know,
Yeah.
like that's my main instrument. Like what?
Yeah.
I thought you play bass. I'm like, well, yeah, I attempt to hold. I hold the bass.
I think it's because the fact that you actually play bass better than most musicians here in Central or anywhere really, but you play it better than most people that I've seen. You know, and I think it's because of that they think that's your primary instrument.
Nah,
Nah,
I'm kidding.
he's just got a big belly.
Yeah.
Dang, what the hell?
That's the trick, man. If you have a big belly,
You're a bass player.
You're a bass player.
Mhm.
Why do you- yeah.
In the rule, it's in the 10 commandments of mariachi. You
Oh,
gotta-
I should have been a bass player. No.
Shut up. No.
What you mean?
This
I'm
is
so
mine.
confused.
This is a belly.
I got one of those too, man. Look.
they're touching each other's stomachs right now for the you can't see.
That is a lie. He is adding that for
For effects.
Comedic
For listeners. No.
Yeah, and so yeah, it was scary because I mean Ivan too. He was scary, man, because he was all serious. Like,
Ivan, yeah.
I was like, I don't know what to say to him or like.
Yeah.
And then this guy, like, there was a semester with Matt. I would ask him like, hey man, like, so what are we gonna do here? He's like, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't care. And I would be like,
I really didn't know no shit, dude.
I was like, I'm actually asking you, like, what are we doing here?
Just
Like,
every man for himself, man.
He's like, see you on the other
just
side.
kidding. Yeah, right. No, I mean, for me, like most of the time, I guess I didn't really know.
Listen, what I want to hear. When was the first time you did cocaine?
Never.
We're going there now, huh?
Hey.
Shit. All right. See you guys later. No.
You stop that.
Stop it right now.
Nah.
We have fun here at Los Mariachi Sagas. Not like, all right. So what do you want to?
Well, let's talk about our gigs, dude. Our
yeah.
weekend. Well,
Well, your 2
when
hours.
I played our 2 hours, yeah,
There was a dancing
it was
dog.
interesting. What?
There was a trained dancing dog. Well,
Oh yeah. The second one, dude, that was crazy.
like, well, you explain it. Oh, the floor is yours.
Oh, all right, yeah. So at the second one, I think we were playing for. It was a birthday, right? It was a birthday for an
Yeah.
older lady, and I think they asked for Mariachi Loco. Is that what we were playing,
Oh man, yeah.
or what were we playing? I don't remember. I guess
it was La Bamba actually.
La
When
Bamba.
the dog was,
I'm not gonna lie. Like I've never had so much fun playing La Bamba than in Mariachi Relampago. Like I always enjoy playing that arrangement. Man. They like mix like 3 different songs in there, but anyways, we were playing that, and it's one where you're vibing, you know. So the woman that we were playing for, she decided to get up and dance with her dog. She grabbed like a piece of meat, or I don't know what it was, and she was holding it up in the air and dancing, and the dog was dancing. He got up on his 2 legs trying to reach the meat, and he started like dancing in a circle, just basically chasing the meat. But they were both like It looked like they were both just dancing with each other, man. That was really cool.
and the dog was in tempo.
Yeah, dude, it was in tempo.
That's even like the weird part. I was like, it's in tempo.
Yeah, dude. So that was really cool.
Was I there with you with that one gig that I got the rattle and put it inside my guitarron?
Yeah, I had one too, and the one that Isra got back from me. But I lost it, dude. I was so mad.
You know, I don't even know where mine's at either.
But oh really? You lost it?
I think I took it out and I was like, I'll put it later because I was putting new strings to my bass.
Dude, I lost my. I was so mad. But what is it they say? They say they is there like a superstition with that, or what is it? What is that?
What
They put it in guitars, right?
It's supposed to enhance the vibrations to give a better sound on the instrument.
Shit. Yeah, I didn't know that before I did.
They do that with guitars like made in Paracho and like really high quality Mexican guitars, Spanish guitars.
It's because, dude, I was riding with Rafa one time, and I went to the back of the car. Went to the back of the car to get my vihuela, and I found the rattle, and I was like, what the fuck is this doing here, dude? Like, it must have fell out of somebody's instrument, right? So I was like, but I was freaked out. I was like, what the fuck? And I showed it to Adrian. I was like, dude, look at my new toy. And I was like shaking in front of him. He's like, wait. He's like, put it in your vihuela. I'm like, what? Yeah. I was like, 9 by 6. He's like, boom, shut up. No, but I was like, look, bro, and he's like, put it in your vihuela. I was like, I looked at him confused. I was like, what? Why? He's like, yeah, people do that or whatever. He said that mainly people do it with guitars.
Yeah, it's mostly guitar.
Mainly guitars, but I went ahead and put it. I had it in there for about a year, and then I lost it, dude. I was so mad. I was like, man, but I don't know what happened to it. What, man? I'm sorry.
You weren't ready for the rattle.
I guess it's because I wasn't the one that cut it off of the actual snake,
Is that a
so it
thing?
ran away from me.
I was about to ask you, is that a thing?
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
You know what? We've gotten some requests about. They want us to sing on this podcast, man. So I think you and Louis should sing a song.
Sale.
Sale.
What do you want to sing?
That was really bad.
Nah, do you guys want to sing a song?
I mean,
I don't
I'd be down.
What do you want to sing? You get the guitar.
Oof.
It's kind of.
Bro, we're gonna sing.
I'm guessing so. This is a new segment. That's why they brought me in. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kind of surprised
What are we gonna do?
we're taking this turn here.
What do we always do? What duets do we do? Oh, yeah. We do that one too. Every time.
Mom. Hello, Mom.
Hey. In the key of B flat. It's because I scream when I sing.
It has a built-in compression.
And while we're fixing this, make sure to vote, guys. Vote. Go out and vote.
Yes, vote. Vote for me.
How does it go? I kind of never.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-da.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. And then,
What's the first chord?
yeah.
Perdón, vida de mi vida. Perdón, si es que te he faltado. Perdón, cariñito amado, ángel adorado, dame tu perdón. Jamás habrá quien separe amor de tu amor al mío, porque si adorarte ansío, es que el amor mío pide tu perdón. Sí, tú sabes que te quiero con todo el corazón, con todo el corazón, con todo el corazón, que tú eres mi anhelo, de mi única ilusión, de mi única ilusión, de mi única ilusión. Ven, calma mis angustias con un poco de amor, con un poco de amor, que es todo lo que ansía, que es todo lo que ansía mi pobre corazón. Sale.
Ese es mi hijo.
Ese es mi hijo.
That was
My
fun.
son, I taught him that.
My son. And this is where Master Black Belt Ada will be.
My son.
Hijo mío.
You know the reason why he told us he says it?
Why?
He says because he always wants to take credit. So he's like, "That's my son."
Sometimes we like just to mess around. We're like point at someone random like vocal coach.
But you always do it to me for some reason now.
We used to do it to Carlos because Carlos
Really?
Like,
He never
like,
sings,
He
bro.
doesn't speak like
Yeah.
Carlos, yeah.
like vocal coach.
Vocal coach.
Vocal coach. That
Carlos.
was crazy.
Now I'm the
man.
guy.
Yeah, that's because you're the new guy, man, and you're gonna get all these experiences.
It goes back to in mariachi, like people pick on each other. They pick on me a lot.
But you know, it's healthy. You know, we don't.
Yeah, it's very healthy.
We don't. You know, push his buttons too far.
Yeah. Dude.
Maybe
How to
me,
make
but
him quit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's been crazy.
That was fun.
Well, that was a curveball.
Yeah.
That was a curveball.
Really, I thought you're used to people just saying, "Hey, sing for me, dance."
You know, when I'm off the clock,
Dance.
you know, I kind of I appreciate my off the clock time. So,
Yeah.
but nah, you know, there's been people like that all the time. So,
Oh yeah, all the time, dude.
so you just can't say no.
It's your duty. It's your responsibility. What is that saying? With great power comes great responsibility. That's what mariachis live by.
Uncle Ben, Uncle Alexis.
Yeah. It's your churchly duties.
Yeah, and it's true. I mean, it is your duty. You know, it's a service to the.
It's an awesome responsibility because you know, with all the girls that you get, Luis, I don't know how.
That is a
Good.
lie.
I mean, you're just there serenading girls every other day.
That is
Pretty much.
that is true. But you know, nah.
I feel like it's at a gig, you know, you sing, play, and stuff. You do a song like "Sabor Me" to this girl, a really attractive girl, and they'll feel like so moved, so emotional, and they'll just run to Carlos.
That is probably something that would happen. But yeah, I mean, I try my best to like interpret the song the best to my abilities or whatever. I guess
Your Laredo abilities.
my Laredo abilities, superpowers.
Mhm.
No, but I try my best to interpret it the best way possible. Try to relate with whatever, you know. I know it sounds cliche and stuff, but I try my best to relate to the lyrics, you know, because it really does give a different feel as to just singing it and, you know. I do have those days, dude. I'm you know, guilty as charged for that too sometimes, you know, but for the most part, I try my best to go with I guess, positive energy too, you know, because there's times, you know, where you're gigging and then, you know, certain members all, you know, grumpy and, you know, it feeds off.
Yeah, it
It
does.
feeds off to the group, and then you're like, obviously, you're going to gig, so you can have like you said, either have like a super fun time, you know, or it goes south.
Yeah.
Yes, but you know what's interesting about mariachi is it's an entire art form in the sense that it's music, it's dancing, but it's also acting.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
So sometimes you just gotta act.
You know, Miss Quintero, Professor Quintero was, because when I mean I sing and stuff, right? But I had a trouble, you know, when it came to stage presence, because I was like, well, yeah, I do it and stuff, but I was very, you know, like shy of that. As weird as it sounds, you know, I'm a very, you know, talkative person, but as you guys know, but I was very shy in that aspect, like oh man, like gotta move here, gotta do this, gotta
Also, we're not used to it. Like us working mariachis, we just stand there fucking sing because we're tired or whatever.
I tried a lot in trios, no? Like whenever we're doing the Malagueña trio, I try my best, you know, to.
Yeah.
And Oscar does it too. He's good with that. But Quintero, you know, broke my shell for that because I was not used to those type of things.
Mhm.
And now it comes, if they tell me like move your hands, like okay, now I kind of, you know, have that experience of what to do and overdo it, because yeah, like if you're just like right here, and you think it's a lot, but like the person in the back's be like, why is that guy look like a
Yeah.
standing cactus?
I'm gonna be a tree today.
There was a friend of mine, and when I was back in TAMU, that every time he would sing, he looked like he was like a cactus. Like, and it's true, you know, you gotta rehearse the movements, you know, how you're gonna move. If not, you're gonna do the same thing at stage, you know, you're gonna be like a standing cactus.
Mhm.
Well, I told him like, hey man, like remember remember to do like your movements. Don't do this because like it's gonna stick with you by time of competition.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't listen, or he kind of forgot. And yeah, if you could go back to that recording, he looks like a standing cactus.
And that was Luis actually. He just didn't want to say it.
Damn.
He's like my friend.
No, I either don't move or I move.
Yeah.
But yeah, he did that. Like, oh man, great guy though.
Yeah, he's sitting right here. But it's been fun. Luis, you had a chance to defend yourself, but you didn't take it. So we're gonna
No
finish.
man, I embrace it. No, it's been fun. Thank you for having me here.
We're out of time. Also, my memory card's almost full. And but no, so this today is Monday.
Monday.
This has been episode
14.
14.
vato.
I'll remember because that's my favorite number. So
Yeah.
14. This has been episode
14.
Luis. Episode 14, episode 9. We're gonna call this episode 956.
This one is for Dak.
This
Number
one's for
4.
Dak. For
I'm
Dak.
sorry, Dak Prescott. Get well soon.
Dak.
yeah, get well soon.
Shout
But
out, Dak.
is it still y'all's year?
Yes, sir. First place in the NFC East, baby.
Yeah,
Let's
man.
go.
You proud of that?
Yeah, dude. First place. We're in the playoffs
What,
right
do you
now.
have, what are you like 2-5?
Yeah, this is the worst division in the history of the NFL.
In all of professional sports.
In all of professional sports.
Yeah, I would. I
First
think,
place at 2 and 3.
I think the Warriors could beat the
The Warriors now.
NFC East. The Warriors could beat the NFC East in football.
LeBron could take him on by himself.
LeBron could.
Oh, LeBron.
Dude, yeah.
I can't believe he won. Whatever.
Whatever.
man.
Hey, Jimmy Butler though, he balled out though.
No, but we're gonna have a guest this week, a very special guest.
Very special. Guest.
Probably our most I guess our most well known guests that we've had so far.
Mm-hmm.
And that episode will drop on Saturday.
I'm excited.
That is gonna be a fun time.
Yeah, big time.
But it's been fun having Luis.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, no,
Thanks,
thank you
bro.
for having me, guys. It's been fun, laughing and
Yes, bro. Always have a good time with you. man.
whatnot.
Yeah.
And your whatnots.
You're one.
Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, all that. I'll see you guys.
We'll see
Come
you
on.
guys.
Los Mariachi Sagas. Los Mariachi Sagas.